You know the story. You make a ton of money consistently every single day, and then all of a sudden you lose it all in one or two trades. Maybe a set of trades start to happen and you just start to lose it all very quickly, faster than you made it. If that's you, I'm probably willing to guess this issue is due to what I like to call fool's gold. And I'm going to go deep into that right now because I know it can be helpful for you, and I know it's going to be helpful for me to rehear it too. So what is fool's gold? Well, we all know that fool's gold is fake gold. But in trading, it's when you make a lot of trades that do well for you, but as a new trader, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that you're breaking rules. You don't know that you're doing things incorrectly, but you keep doing it and then you get rewarded, aka fool's gold. And the reason why we, including me, have made fool's gold before is because we've also had big hits. And those typically happen because of those bad habits that we built from making all of that fool's gold come back to bite us in a very big and bad way. Sometimes it can hit you just one time big and lose all of your gains, or it can happen slowly over time, like getting cut 1,000 times. You will break rules, but you need to acknowledge them. And let me give you another example. If you're someone like me where you know your rules, you know when you break them, this sometimes still can happen to you, then you might not be selective enough. I want to take this time to say thank you to our sponsor, Cobra Trading. Cobra Trading is the go-to broker for day traders and short sellers. And I'm not the only one saying this. In fact, Benzinga awarded Cobra Trading as the go-to broker for short selling. They have a heavy focus on direct market access order routing, so you have the fastest execution. They have some of the best locate prices and availability. They also have amazing customer service. I've experienced many different brokers, and it's why I use them every single day and why I'm proud to have them as our sponsor. Sign up now by clicking the Be The Trader referral link below and earn 1 free month of software with Cobra and 25% off all commissions. Now let's get back to the show. So fool's gold comes in two forms. Number one, you're breaking rules and you're losing a ton of money. Or number two, you're doing the other thing, and that is over trading, right? Or you're not too specific on your setup. This is something I was recently guilty of because I completely left what made me consistent, tried new things, which I think is fine. You want to try new things and see if you can grow your toolbox, right? That's what I've been doing for about a year, it seems like. And I'm going back to what made me consistent to begin with, that helped me gain consistency and confidence in myself, and that for me is being more selective. Now, what I mean by this is selective is different for everyone. For me, when I start to explore and do other things, I was trading all different types of ways. I was trading price action. When you ask me, what are your style? I'm a price action trader. I would short, I would long, I would go both sides, which I was very happy about because I found some consistency in that direction of trading as well. And that was very challenging for me. And here's why, because I went from trading one setup only, finding consistency, but it would sometimes only happen once a week, sometimes even 5 times a month, and that's it. I wanted to try new things. So if you're that person, I'm just gonna tell you my story because then you can kind of understand. It's easier for me to explain what I was experiencing first, because if you did experience it, you'll be able to relate. I found myself trading all types of patterns, right? Because I found consistency. But then when that consistency started to wear off because the market shifted, the market went to a bear market, things were moving differently. Because of that, I needed to shift, but I didn't shift quick enough. Instead, I was still trading that way. And what I realized is over time with all the data, I was just basically treading water, and it was more mental capital being drained. When I had a buddy come over and I'm starting to teach a friend of mine, and he's sitting next to me watching me trade for about 2 weeks straight. When I was trying to explain to him the setups that were more price action trading, it was very hard for him to relate. But whenever I explained in the clear picture setup, that's one of my favorites that helped me get consistent, it was so easy for them to understand. And in this case, my friend. That hit me with a ton of bricks and made me realize maybe I've been trading fool's gold lately. Maybe I've been trying to try all these things because I want to get more setups, right? I only had one, really maybe two, but really one that helped me in the past. So I took some time and really reviewed in my head. So get this. I want you to just close your eyes and visualize what are your best setups? What is the ideal trade? Write that down. That's what I did. And I explained it thoroughly. And I had my buddy write it down completely so I could just go out the mouth and just explain everything, right? No filter. And when I did that, I looked at it and there were my setups. Very clear, very to a T, what I look for, what do I need to see, everything. And when I did that, it is now 5 setups, where in the past it was 1, maybe 2 at best. So I did accomplish something by trying some other things. So there's nothing wrong with trying other things. I'm in a position where I don't need to make money every day. I don't need to make money at all, right? You got to have multiple sources of income. However, I love trading and I love it so much that I want to continue to grow, that I want to try new things. So if you're in that position, you're willing to try things and it could make you slow down, you might need to do that if you want to add tools to your tool belt. However, I think you could stick with one strategy and just really grow that. And now that I have more strategies, I'm excited because I'm ready to move forward. I know exactly what I'm looking for. And this is what I mean. Here, all of that to say about Fool's Gold is when I found myself trading all those other price action setups, that's me making Fool's Gold. Me personally, because it's not so defined that I can easily wake up and be like, that's my setup. Otherwise, I could just go do other things. Instead, I had to watch the market all day when I traded price action because I was just always watching things set up in different forms and I could trade so much. That could be really good for some people. For me, I am not the best at that. So I know over time that that's not for me. So I want you to know from my experience, if you are playing with Fool's Gold, it will bite you sometime. I will win tons and then lose tons as well over time chasing Fool's Gold. So hopefully you don't. Hopefully you understand from my experience and just get back into what helps you stay consistent. Don't mess with Fool's Gold. That means don't break rules and don't trade things that are not in your system, that are not in your setup. Have your setup written down. Visualize your trades that are perfect. Write that down and only stick to those, because if you do that, you will know if you're consistent, because you will be being consistent at doing those setups only, and you can explain them and they can be identified. So good luck. And if you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share the show with another friend. God bless.